Hi everyone and welcome back to Koi Club Food. So today I'm going to be showing you one of our most exciting products, which is our home culture system. Now this is one of our most exciting products because you can actually culture and produce your own live food and your own phytoplankton or algae. So everything in your home culture system will come in this one bucket, and I'll be going through every component except for two things, which are the live food and algae, which I don't have on hand, but I'll be showing you everything else. And just to note, the live food and algae are sent to you separately, and this is so you can actually have the time to set up your home culture system kit like I'll be showing you in the next video. Go through your components, set it up, and then your live food will be sent to you because it needs to be immediately put into the home culture system. So it's just to give you a little bit of time. So everything is, as I said, comes in this bucket, and on top of the bucket we have the lid. Now this lid has a hole there, and this is for the acrylic tube to go into, and on the flip side we have the two clippings, and this is for the T-fitting to fit into. Now that brings me to my next component, the T-fitting. The T-fitting comes with the two arms and the filter floss tube, which filters out any unwanted components. This simply clips into the lid like that to create the system. I'll show you a bit more on that later. As I said, this isn't actually showing you how to set it up, I'm just going through the components. So next we have our air pump. Our air pump looks like this. It's very straightforward to use. It comes with the Australian adapter because it's not the Australian adapter here. And the most important part is what you want to look at here, and the airline will just slot onto that. This is to create the airflow inside the bucket, to create that airflow and the bubbles moving so that your culture can be most effective. Okay, so one of our next components and most important components here are acrylic tube. Now this comes strapped on to the inside of your home culture system bucket with sticky tape, and that is because it is very delicate and we don't want it to break during shipping. However, you can take that off, and please note that when you do, there's a black mark here, and near that there'll be a little piece of plastic plastic airline that will be useful for later. So put that aside, take the tape off, and it's ready to use. Here is the air stone at the bottom, which weighs it down, and I'll show you a bit later how to use that. So next component we have is our sieve, which many of you will already be familiar with. It is just to filter out any unwanted pollutants when you're adding the live food and the phytoplankton or algae to your home culture system. Okay, now this is included in your home culture system kit. However, it is optional to use, and is the heater. It's our most updated heater, and it looks like this inside. So this is the heating component. It needs to be placed in water when used and when turned on. Otherwise it can be very dangerous, so make sure it's in water. And these suction caps can be either put on the side of the bucket or the bottom of the bucket. We find the bottom is probably the most practical, and it's simply plugged in with the extension lead, and it can hang outside the bucket. Simple as that. Okay. Finally, we receive a little plastic Ziploc container which contains these three components that I'm about to tell you. So this long plastic tube is called airline. We will use this when we're setting up the home culture system, and we'll use it with firstly the air pump, and then we will use these two fittings here. The blue fitting is called a one-way valve, and that's because air can only go one way or another. To test it, you simply can blow one way, and that otherwise it does say out, and you can use that too, but as a quick measure you can always test if you're not sure. Then we have our white fitting, which is our control valve, and we'll be using both of these components here on the airline to create our home culture system. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, in the next video, I'll be going through how to set this home culture system up, and I'll be very clear in how to do that so that you can order with confidence, knowing that you know how to set it up. And remember, you receive everything that I just showed you first, and then second, about 5 days to a week later, you'll receive your live foods and phytoplankton, so you're ready to go. Please remember to subscribe for all future videos. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments below, and I'll also leave any interesting things in the description below, including any articles or links to videos for reference. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.